Hey, what's going on guys, this is Dr. Apolly, and here I am making my first video after Smash Ultimate has been released. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads lately. I had exams, I knew this would happen. I'm still in the middle of exams, but I just decided I would make this quick video just to keep you guys. Alright, so where do I begin? The movement. My first match playing this game, the movement felt really weird and really clunky. And yeah, I've been playing Melee a lot more the past 6 months or so, but the movement really did feel like really clunky to me. As you would imagine, the first thing I tried doing was like dash dancing, and that didn't really work out. The pivot thing took a little bit of getting used to, but I think I really like it now. It is still kind of a neutered Melee dash dance, but it's acceptable, it's presentable, it's good enough for me, honestly. I don't need Melee dash dancing, this is perfectly fine for me, to be honest. And of course, the fact that I can use any attack out of a dash is just amazing. Run up and jab, run up and F tilt, run up and literally do anything, it's so good. In Smash 4 when I played Luigi, the only viable options out of a dash were either grab, shield, or jump fair, like short hop fair. So seeing all these new options is really good and I really like it. So dashes overall, I think they're a step up, I think they're really good. It took some getting used to, but I do like how they work. They seem to have not fixed the balloon knockback and like the smoke trails. That's still really disturbing to me. And it really confuses me because they got a ton of top players to comment on stuff at EVO, and they even had like 9B and or I think he's actually QB and AMSA to test the game before it came out. And ever since E3 people have been complaining about this, but they still haven't fixed it, so that's really confusing to me. They straight up asked a ton of top players, what would you have changed, or what do you want to be fixed for the final version? And I can guarantee you just about every single one of them said that. Like, I'm sure they all said wave dashing, just add wave dashing or wave landing or whatever, and they didn't do that. I didn't really expect them to do that. But the balloon knockback and the smoke trails, I feel like they should have definitely changed that. That just confuses me. Also, speaking of balloon properties, no one's really talking about this, but the full hops in this game are extremely clunky. This is the part of the game that I still haven't really gotten used to. Like, when you full hop in this game, you like teleport really high for the first like 2 frames, and then you slow down really quickly. It's like a balloon full hop, but no one's really talking about it for some reason. When I try and do combos with Luigi, aside from, you know, having a 3-frame jump, which I'll be talking about later, the balloon full hop makes it really hard to get like reverse up air, back air, and all those other combos I used to do, because I used to rely on, like, I was rising and then I did the up air, and then like when I was at the peak of my height I would back air. But now like I'm at the peak of my height as soon as I even try an up air, so it's like, it's really weird. I don't really like how the full hop is really clunky and like really balloon effect, like balloon full hop. It's really weird, I don't like it. And now, speaking of 3-frame jump squats, everyone in this game has a 3-frame jump squat, which is good, but the jump squats are so quick that they created this mechanic where you, as soon as you press A, after holding the jump button, you automatically do a full hop aerial, so you can do full hop up air, short hop aerial, so you can do short hop up air, short hop forward air, short hop back air, short hop down air, short hop neutral air. And this is a really bad mechanic to me. They could have made everyone's jump squat, say, 4 or 5 frames and not had this mechanic, and then it would have been a lot better, because when you try and do a, like, hold the jump button and then attack, you just do a short hop aerial when sometimes you'll want to do a full hop, like a full hop aerial. Because as you know, in the previous Smash games, if you want to do a full hop aerial, like immediate full hop aerial, you just do hold X or Y and A, like almost at the same time, and you'll get like an immediate full hop aerial, like buffer a full hop nair or full hop back air or whatever. But in this game, you'll do a short hop neutral air or back air, which is really annoying. If they just made the jump frame, like the jump frames, a little bit longer for every character and not added that mechanic, it would have been so much nicer to me. So yeah, full hops in general aren't very nice for me. But a 3-frame jump squat for everyone is really nice. It opens up the opportunity for a lot of characters to get a lot of combos, and overall the mobility and movement for a lot of the characters in this game in general is really good. They're also bringing back edge guarding, which is something I really appreciate. I didn't realize this until recently, but you only actually get 1 air dodge per aerial state unless you get hit. which is ironically something that I suggested in my hopes and wishes, or like my ideal Smash game for Smash. We called it Smash for Switch back then, or Smash 5. That's exactly what I said, that we should only be able to air dodge once, and then maybe after we get hit we can air dodge again. Only you can also directional air dodge in this, which I'll be talking about soon. So is it possible that Nintendo watched that video? I mean, potentially, but a lot of people probably said the same sort of things. Now, directional air dodges. This mechanic is really interesting. I think they did a lot of cool stuff with it. Like, if they added wave dashing or wave landing, I think it would have been perfect, but the way it is right now, I actually do really like it. It's really good for helping you recover. You can still grab the ledge after you use it, and it's not as punishing as melee. You can still jump after you use a directional air dodge, but there's so much lag after it that there's a good chance you'll either die or you'll be punished really hard for all the lag you have after it, which is totally fair to me. It lets the game actually have real actually have real edge guarding, which is something, again, that I really appreciate. Now, ledge traps are also in this game, but they're not nearly as prominent as they are in Smash 4. Which is something I'm really happy about, because that was one of my main concerns before the game came out, that characters being off stage would have been really bad, because edge guarding is now viable, and edge trapping being viable as well would have been like overkill. It would have been really bad to be off stage. But it seems like they took note of that and they fixed it, so that's really good. So in terms of the general mechanics, if you couldn't tell, I really do like them. If they added wave dashing and wave landing, and you know, melee dash dancing, then I think that this game would be the best Smash game, like no question. It could have actually even been the melee killer, but yeah, this won't be the melee killer. It'll temporarily reduce some popularity for melee. I'm gonna say for the first 2 or 3 months, then melee is probably gonna come back and be the same as it always has been. If that did that stuff, it could have been the melee killer, but you know, I didn't expect them to do that. I didn't expect this game to be a melee killer. I do love the mechanics a lot. They're definitely better than Smash 4 in my opinion. Overall, at least. Again, I do think I like some stuff in Smash 4 more, but overall I do think this game is mechanically more feature rich and more mix-up heavy than Smash 4 is. The ground game is just so much better. Edge guarding is better. It's really good. Now, getting into some character specific stuff, they really nerfed throw combos in general. But there still are a lot of combo starters, which is something I really appreciate. Again, I do think the balloon knockback is a little bit much, so it's kind of harder for me to combo in this game, but there's so many great combo starters that it doesn't really bother me all that much. The characters I've put the most time into so far are Marth, Sonic, and Luigi. Now, starting off with Marth, he's really similar to how he was in Smash 4, I think at least. I didn't really play him in Smash 4, but you know, I'm trying to play him a little bit in Ultimate because he's usually the most consistent character among all the games. And yeah, I think Marth is pretty good like he is in Smash 4. I think he's pretty fun. He's pretty easy to play, I think. Run-up jabs are really fun to use, and run-up F-smashes when you tipper them and space them really well are really fun. And he's the character that kind of got me first used to the game and start loving the dash mechanic, any attack out of a dash mechanic a lot. Sonic, I have to play him really differently because I relied a lot on running past my opponent and pivot grabbing in Smash 4. It's kind of cheesy, but I relied on that a lot to get away from people. Like when they get off the Halo platform, I just run past them, and then they get kind of confused because I'm running too fast. Can't do that in this game. And when I want to get a kill, oftentimes I'd run past them, pivot grab, back throw. I can't do that anymore. That's kind of annoying. You also can't shield cancel the spin dash, so Sonic is like forced to be a lot more committal with his approaches. And it feels like he just has a lot less priority in general. Like I was playing a Diddy Kong and like Banana just straight up beats spin dash now. It used to trade with spin dash, but now it just straight up beats it. But honestly, aside from spin dash having less priority and being less consistent overall, I do think that Sonic is still really fun and probably still a pretty good character. Definitely nerfed from Smash 4, but he's still really strong. Homing attack is super quick and super crazy. Sonic can edge guard a lot better in this game now because they can't air dodge. And Sonic actually has a lot of combos now, so Sonic is forced to be a lot more aggressive now, which is honestly the way I prefer him. Despite this Sonic almost being objectively worse, I have way more fun with this Sonic, and he's honestly looking like a potential main for me right now. In Smash 4, I could not stand how campy I had to play to do anything with this character. but in Smash Ultimate he's way more fun and way more aggressive. I love him. Now for Luigi, I'm not really feeling it. Like I said, trying to do combos like reverse up air, back air feel really weird because of the jumping balloon effect. 3-frame jump squat also messes me up, but that's probably gonna fix with time. The grab is weird, but I'm getting more used to it. It's not that big of a deal to me anymore. His combo game looks absolutely absurd. There's a lot of crazy 0 to death combos I've been seeing on Twitter. But I don't know, he's not the same. I don't like him nearly as much. His recovery is way worse because of no Cyclone. Honestly, I think Cyclone was half the reason I played this character. It was so much fun to just gimp people. Especially those annoying sword characters. Oh my god, it was so satisfying just gimping a Cloud, gimping a Marth, gimping a Roy, Shulk, so many characters. It was so much fun. But now I can't do that, and it's really frustrating. I want to say 70 or 60% of the reason I played Luigi in Smash 4 was because of the gimps. After the nerf, when people said Luigi had no combos, I was just like, okay, whatever, I can still gimp people at 0. Like, that's how I saw it. Gimping was most of the fun for me, and now that he can't gimp people, I'm not sure if I'm gonna main. I'll probably secondary him because I still have all the skills that I had from previously playing him, although he still feels kind of weird, so I'm gonna have to get used to it. Now, I don't want to talk about tier lists, especially this early on in the game, but I think that Luigi is probably gonna fall down quite a bit over time because of his poor recovery and, you know, the air dodges being a lot worse now that Luigi relied on air dodging a lot in Smash 4, and now that he can only do it once and he's a lot more committed to his air dodges, it's going to be a lot harder for him to land. Oh yeah, and I forgot to talk about this earlier on, but the air dodges, while technically making the game a lot more aggressive, also sometimes can make it more defensive because, again, you know, they buff everyone's recovery, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with the fact that it helps your recovery. But there's so many different ways you can mix up your landing now. So sometimes when I am comboing someone and then they air dodge in some weird, conspicuous way, it ends up helping them a lot more than the Smash 4 air dodge ever would have. But those are kind of just weird one-off exceptions and not like the rule. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I really like the game. If I were to have to give it a rating, I would say it's like an 8 or 7.5 out of 10. That's really good in my book. I'm probably going to be playing this game for the next year at least. To give you a reference point, I'd probably rate Smash 4 4.5 or 5, maybe 5.5 out of 10. And then Melee like 8 or 8.5. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, and if you want to be in the background of some of these videos, I do have a Discord server where I ping people to play whenever I want to play. So if you do get some games with me and I think they're good enough for the video, you might be in the video. I also have a Patreon where you can donate money and guarantee games against me if that's something you're interested in. So check the description for my Discord or my Patreon. That'll be it for the video. Alright, peace.